One of the fun parts about working on interactive textbooks as part of my daily work is explaining to people exactly what a widget is. People have predetermined ideas of what actually goes into building a interactive textbook, but when I say the words widgets, they say, what's the difference between a widget and an app? And I guess the best way I can describe that is to say that if you have a widget is a small, tiny program that goes inside a book, which is, in this case, sort of an app. And so a widget, I think the biggest difference between the two is an app can do lots of different things, but a widget really only does one. So there are a couple of pre-created widgets that are available within iBooks Author, and when you click on the widget list, this stuff comes up. So you have a gallery. You can showcase a gallery of images. You can embed media such as a video. I showed you the quiz app in a previous one. If you have a PowerPoint, which you can convert into Keynote format, that's there. There's an interactive image feature, which is nice if you want to point out specific things in an actual image. Users can tap on a little section of that and it will zoom in and bring up a little box. The 3D widget is incredibly difficult to wrangle, but this would probably be useful if you're working on a science book, to some cases even a math book, but you need some extra software, and I don't know how to use that one, so I'm not going to showcase that for you. Scrolling sidebar is nice if you have a lot of information that you want to keep contained on one page. And then you have the ability to actually put some HTML in. So if you are any kind of a programmer with website design, you can very easily create some of your own widgets that way. I am not, however. I utilize Bookery. And so to give you an example of what some of these things look like in practice, here is a book I've been working on, and here are some examples of some of the widgets I've put in there. The green little compass is the browser app, and again, it pretty much does exactly what's in its name. It will allow students in this particular book to go to a specific website, and it really locks them in there. So in this case, it's Ben's Guide to U.S. Government. So again, it's a tiny little app that does one thing. That's the difference between the two. The interactive power sort game is another one that I use quite frequently, and this is the ability for them to drag and drop things exactly where you want it on the screen. And what's nice about this is they can also share this. Another widget I've been using quite frequently is the Notepad app, and again, it does exactly what is in its name. It opens up a little notepad that allows them to type their notes in, and again share them with others. Another widget that I tend to utilize quite frequently is the interactive timeline. So in this particular case, students are actually able to open up this timeline, and this is actually with the drag and drop again, and they're able to drag stuff right where they need it to go. And then probably the one that I utilize the most alongside of the Notepad is one called Sketchpad, which allows users to, when you tap on it, do some sketches. In this particular case, students are supposed to color in a map. So I've made it so that they're able to actually do that within the book, and again, they're able to hit the share button and share it with someone. So that's what a widget is. It's a tiny little program built within your app, or in this case your book, that does pretty much just one thing.